Hello. Hello. Hope you're doing well. Hope we can see and hear all right. Today is day two of a dry fast. Longest I've ever gone without water. Longest I've ever gone without putting anything down the hatch. It's a really cool experience. It's actually easier than water fasting, I think, just because I'm not putting anything down. So it's stopping all temptation. I think if you're drinking water, you're turning on the digestive system a little bit, having to process that. You're also, taking the action of putting things down the hatch. So just not consuming anything just seems a lot easier. Make this full screen so I can. There we go. I can see your comments now. Cool. Straight from source says, how's the dry fast going? It's going well. Day 2 now. Feeling all right. Feeling good, actually. When I get out of bed in the morning, I feel, everything's loosey-goosey. Feels nice. Feels smooth. Phoenix Rising says, I completed 2 48-hour fasts. That's awesome. Eric says, why aren't you drinking water at least? Dry fasting and water fasting are 2 different types of fasting. You do water fasting, you don't eat any food at all. You just drink water. And you can stay on just water alone if you're clean enough for 30, 40 days. But without water, you can only go maybe a week or 2 at the most. So dry fasting is a lot more intense. And they say for every day of dry fasting, it's like doing a 2 or 3 day water fast. So I don't have a lot of time to go and do a 21-day water fast. I got to get to work here. And so I figured I'd do a dry fast to speed up the process. Now you might be asking, what am I trying to heal from? What am I trying to detox? So I've been raw for over 10 years. I'm very fortunate to have discovered raw foods when I was 19, thanks to certain people on YouTube, certain books that were out. So I came into this dry fast very clean. My body is already pristine, just eating fruits and vegetables. So I don't have to deal with a lot of stuff that a lot of people have to detox from, like caffeine and all these cooked foods. But I have consumed quite a bit of pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, different pollutants out in the air, plastics, drugs, things like this. And I'm just detoxing from that mostly. And just because I've been raw for 10 years doesn't mean I still don't want to polish off the edges, get in the nooks and crannies and clean those out too. But I have, a couple little injuries from my days as a hardcore triathlete. I have a couple nagging injuries from just weightlifting, overdoing it, doing too much too soon. So I think those will heal up as well with the fast. Do you think lack of water is why your voice is so raspy? Probably because I'm trying to conserve energy as well. If I want to go into high energy mode, I'm sure I could, but I'm just chilling. Usually I'm a lot more high energy because I have calories to burn, man. But I'm chilling now. I'm just chilling, trying to conserve energy, trying not to move too much. Yesterday I did a bit too much walking around, did a bit too much talking, and I paid the price. In the later part of the day yesterday, I got really thirsty. Woke up today really thirsty, and now I'm just dealing with chronic thirst. But it doesn't get any worse. It's just it's like dealing with chronic low back pain or something. It just kind of stays there. So thirst is always there. Solomon Cruz says, no shower in 2 days. Yeah, correct. No shower. At noon today, which is what time is it now? I don't even know what time it is right now. In a couple hours time, it'll probably be noon, or maybe in an hour time, it'll be noon here. And then I'll be on my 3rd day. So I'm entering day 3 today, but I'm on day 2 right now. I haven't showered. haven't eaten, haven't drank any food. And last time I weighed myself, I was 142 pounds. But anyways, the point of this video is not to tell you about me doing a dry fast. I just wanted to go live here and talk about Canada Fruit Fest for the first time. Haven't really talked about that because I've been super busy with a bunch of other things, just trying to get settled. But no excuses, man. I should have talked about Canada Vegan Fest, Canada Fruit Fest right away. I've been posting on Instagram quite a bit. I've been neglecting YouTube, so I apologize. But if you go on my Instagram, you see tons of updates. I've been posting about everything I've been doing this summer. Everything from UK Fruit Fest to Canada Fruit Fest to Woodstock Fruit Fest to even now. So check out my Instagram. It's Fruitarian. It's just at Fruitarian. Someone could type that in. That'd be appreciated. If you know my Instagram, at Fruitarian. That'd be cool. So thoughts on Canada Fruit Fest? Well, first off, we're changing the name to Canada Vegan Fest. So 2020 is going to be Canada Vegan Fest. And the reason we changed the name was because we're a lot more about veganism than we are about fruit. Like fruit is just the food that we eat at the festival. The festival will continue to be raw. The festival will continue to be fruit-based as far as diet goes. But we want to bring in more speakers that can talk about veganism. We want to bring in more workshops about veganism. We want to let vegans know that, hey, this is a festival for them. This is a festival for you if you're vegan. And a lot of people, they've been DMing me or emailing us and asking, hey, can I come to the festival if I'm not raw? Of course you can. And 99% of the people at these festivals, at these fruit festivals, are not raw. It's a place where people come to eat raw for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, depending how long the festival is. Canada Vegan Fest is a 4-day event. People come there, eat raw for 4 days. 99% of the people who come are not raw. They're just vegan or want to be vegan. So we changed the name to Canada Vegan Fest to let people know at a first glance that, hey, this is a festival for me if I'm vegan or if I want to be vegan. So that's big news right there. Some things, though, I think that I want to talk about things we did well and things that we didn't do well and things that we're going to change for next year. If that's all right with you guys. You guys want to hear about that? You get a yes in the comments if you want to hear about what went well at the Canada Vegan Fest, Canada Fruit Fest, and what sucked and what we should have improved on, what we're going to improve on next year. If you want to hear what that, just type a yes. Okay, cool. Anonymous says yes. Pete69 says no. Jordan says yes. All right. Okay, I'm coming on here to talk about this. This is what we're talking about. Just want to get it out of my head here and just make it public. So first, I'll just skim through what we did awesome. I mean, I'm biased. Obviously, I think the festival went awesome this year. It went way better this year than it went last year, even though that last year was awesome. But a few things that were awesome. We had really kick-ass volunteers, like really, really awesome volunteers. And if you want to volunteer for next year, if you want to be part of the volunteer team, now's a good chance to get in early. Just reach out, send an email to hello at right now. Actually, what's the best way to get a hold of us? Click this link right there and just get on the wait list and just say that you want to be a volunteer. So the link is in the comment section right there. It's the bit.ly. That'll get you on the wait list and you can apply to be a volunteer there. So that was awesome. We had great volunteers, a good amount too. Could always use more though. So more volunteers next year would be great. Another thing I loved about our festival is we had these t-shirts, these red t-shirts. All the volunteers got a free t-shirt and it really set the vibe for the festival. You know, you're looking around everywhere in the field and you see red t-shirt, red t-shirt, red t-shirt. You know, you can go to those people and ask for help. It says volunteer on the back too. So it's very obvious. I love that. We had an awesome breathwork class. People were loving the breathwork. People were loving the speed dating. The speed dating was like my favorite class next to the songwriting class. Songwriting class was so fun. We got together and then it was 18, 20 of us. And in an hour, we created a song from scratch. It's a really beautiful song. It went something like this. All right? And this is, again, we got 18 people together, created a melody, created a chorus, created verses, all in an hour, and then we performed it on stage the next day. But the song was something, I'll just sing what I remember. It was like, down by the prairie side, I nearly lost my life. No, fuck it, I'm going to ruin it. I can't sing, but I wish I could. I'll post it. I'll post it on YouTube somewhere. It's a really beautiful song, but it wasn't like that. So I love that. The other thing that went really well was the music. The music was just kick-ass, man. We had awesome musicians, everything from DJs to guitarists to beatboxers and solo acts. It was a really, really good mix of music, like pop and rock and hip hop and rap. It was really, really awesome musicians. The talks, all the topics were awesome. The schedule was phenomenal. You can check out the schedule. It's still online, actually. If you go to CanadaFruitFest.ca, you'll see the schedule. Our fruit was phenomenal. We had like top quality 10 out of 10 fruit. Super pleased with that. Putting on a festival, it's very kind of stressful because like people come and they expect really good fruit, and all you can do is hope that the fruit's good. Like you can test it out prior to, but then when it shows up in bulk, you got to hope that stuff's really good as well. So we went with the same farmers we went with last year, some new ones as well, some tried and tested ones, and then some recommended ones. And the food was good. Thank God the food was good. The food was really, really good. We had awesome peaches, awesome nectarines, awesome melons, and then all the buffet, the bananas, the dates, the apples, things like that. And then for dinner, we had these awesome sauces, mango sauces, tahini sauces, really, really good. We had a bit of a talent show. It was called our open mic night. That was really awesome. People love that. People get up from the crowd. You just sit beside these people in the crowd. They get up and they go and perform, and you're like, they're that good at singing. Like they're that good at dancing. They're that good at guitar, whatever. Like people are so talented and they're so humble. They're so shy about it. And it's only when people like push them to get up on stage, or they have the confidence to get up on stage and perform, that you really see like, wow, this person is amazing. So I love that. And the speed dating was beautiful. It was conscious speed dating. So instead of going and talking to people like blah, 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 about stupid shit, instead we got like all the guys were in a circle, and then all the women were in a circle on the other side of the guys. And after a minute with each partner, you'd switch partners and the guys would move down one. And so instead of talking to a girl for a minute, though, we were being directed as to what to do with each other. So, for example, one of the leaders of the speed dating, the hosts would say something like, okay, look into your partner's eyes for a minute. You sit for a minute. You look into the partner's eyes for a minute. It was really nice, just staring. And some people are very uncomfortable with just holding eye contact for a minute. And then the next partner would be something like, okay, one partner close their eyes for a minute, and the other person just stare at their face and just like observe how their beauty. So you'd be closing your eyes and you need someone to be staring at you. And every now and then you like peek a look, and this person's just staring at you, and it's like so beautiful to be seen like that, to be observed. And then some other things. It went on for like an hour and a half. It was so good though. The other thing you do with a partner was you just grab their hand and you just like stroke their hand. And like getting your hand stroked, I've never had my hand stroked before. I think it's kind of weird. When I got it done, I was like, oh my God, like, can we just like sit down and do this for an hour? You stroke my hand for an hour. It feels so good. You fall asleep like that. So that was really cool. There's a bunch of other things, like mind reading. Like, okay, think of a number between 1 and 10 and get your partner to guess it. That was really cool. My partner was like getting mine all the time. It was freaky, and I couldn't guess it at all, but yeah, apparently it's trainable. So yeah, really cool stuff like that. Speed dating was great. The connection games are great. The tent city was like pretty far away from the music, which is awesome because then you could go to sleep anytime. You wouldn't need to be kept up by the loud music. So tent city was really nice and organized. It was also really clean. We didn't have any garbage laying around. We didn't have any food laying around, food scraps. So people took care of the venue really, really well. But that leads me to my next point now. I want to talk about some of the things we could have improved on. And as biased as I am saying it was a great festival, I'm also very critical because it's my own festival and I want everything to be perfect. So a few things that could have been better for sure was, as clean as the venue was, the bathrooms, because outside the bathrooms was like, it's grass and mud basically. We had a little bit of rain, so things were a bit muddy. So people would walk in the bathrooms and they'd bring in mud naturally. And so no matter how often we clean the bathrooms, like when you clean the bathroom, all you're doing is getting the bathroom floor wet and scrubbing out the mud. But when the bathroom floor is wet, you can't really dry the bathroom floor. It's always wet because you use water to wash it and you go mop it up or whatever, and then it has to dry for a bit. But people keep walking in with muddy shoes. So the bathroom floor was like chronically muddy. So next year we need to put like mats down or something, like black mats, to at least like hide the mud or do something. It's not, I mean, if you know that it's mud, it's not gross, but if you don't know it's mud, it looks like there's like shit everywhere. And so we need to do something with the bathroom floor. It's just always muddy. I don't know what we're going to do with that. If you have suggestions, type it in the comments. I'd appreciate that. Maybe we have like mats outside leading up to the bathroom, and then once you're in the bathroom, you get more mats. I don't know, but it was always muddy floors. Another thing with the bathrooms is, so we have, if you don't know, we have showers and we flush toilets at the venue. Some people didn't know that. They showed up and like, oh, it's such a nice surprise. So that was cool. What was going to say about the bathrooms? Oh yeah, the mirrors. We need mirrors. We didn't have any mirrors last year. That was a big complaint. This year we had mirrors, but they weren't big enough apparently. So people said we need bigger, better mirrors. So we need mirrors next year, bigger mirrors. So we're making note of that. Everything we got complained about this year, we're doing our best to improve for next year. Like we're either going to get an A+ or at least make a solid effort to do better. Like the muddy floors, the mirrors for sure. Our signage kind of sucked as well. We made a bigger effort this year to have better signage, but it still sucked. So we need roadside signage, letting people know like, hey, enter here. And another roadside signage down the road saying like, don't enter here. And we need bigger signs down the road, like 5 kilometers away, 10 kilometers away, 20 kilometers away, saying, Canada Fruit Fest or Canada Vegan Fest, 20 kilometers away, or you're almost there. And once they arrive, saying like, you arrived, turn here, and things like that. So better signage of coming into the event, and then even better signage at the event, letting people know like porta potties that way, flush toilets that way, kitchen here, activity tent 1, activity tent 2, music, blah, blah, blah. So better signage there. That'd be great. We're gonna invest some money into serious signage next year to make sure that's done well. There were some lights in the tents that were hanging too low. Like we had beautiful decorations this year, amazing lighting, but the lighting hung too low. So if you're really tall or you like jumped or something, you like hit your head on some of the lighting in the corners. So we got to fix that, tighten those up a bit. The water that we had out, it needs to be kept in the shade. We had big water jugs, but they're always in the sun. So they're getting warm and people don't like warm water. So we got to keep this water in the shade. And then some bigger issues, I think, everything I talked about so far has been, whatever. But these bigger issues are things like there were some schedule conflicts, like people would go over their time. Speakers naturally talk and talk and talk. And it's like some people just don't have time awareness. They're in the flow way too much and time doesn't exist. But when you're in a festival, when you're at a festival and there's a schedule and timeline needs to be met, there needs to be a schedule usher to pull people off the stage and say, hey, you're cut the microphone. And the next person gets up. So we need to fix that. And the other thing was whenever we made changes to the schedule, which wasn't often, it was a couple times, we just went up there and wrote with a pencil, like, oh, new time here, new time there, whatever. But it doesn't look good. The schedule can get rained on. It just looks kind of, elementary schoolish. So we need like a digital schedule next year. People can just grab it on their phone or have a big iPad or something where people can see the live schedule changes. That'd be awesome. Because doing it on paper is just too old school. So we need to be able to update the schedule in real time and people see that in real time. As well as be able to make announcements somehow that a change has been made to the schedule. It's hard because the big festival grounds, everyone's scattered everywhere, not everyone's going to be paying attention, but we do our best. We also didn't have a phone charging booth, but we did have like electricity. People could charge their phones, but it was a big pain in the ass. Big pain in the ass. Not being able to charge your phone at a phone booth. Next year, we're going to have a phone booth. A bunch of little things too, like we had a group hike and we had a group farm tour, but to get there, we needed people to volunteer their cars to drive. Whereas next year, we need like a dedicated shuttle to take people, I think. If we're going to do that at all. We might not even do that next year, but it's just an idea. If we are going to do that, we need shuttles. Speaking of shuttles, we have shuttles picking people up from the airport, and we have greeters there at the airport greeting people to say, hey, shuttle's right here, come on with. That's cool. But the shuttles, like, it was our first year going with this company, and they sucked, like old school buses. So I want like a better shuttle company, just higher quality. Willing to pay twice the price, just make sure the shuttles are high quality. The talks didn't get recorded. It's so sad. I'm so sad about that. We had amazing speakers giving amazing presentations, dropping major knowledge bombs, and we didn't record it. So next year for 2020, we're going to record the talks. And if you want to get that, you can get that when we announce that it's arrived. But when you sign up for 2020, you're going to have the option of clicking, yes, I also want the recorded talks, and we'll send those to you as soon as the festival is done. So we're not going to miss out those again. Those are precious, precious, precious. I've seen little clips of presenters talking and I'm like, oh, I want to hear the whole talk. So next year we'll record all the talks, and we're gonna have a note taker taking notes of all the talks. So that way we can give you the notes and give you the MP3s of all the recordings, all the classes. We want more getting to know you games, more connection games. Like the speed dating was great. We had an authentic relating class as well, which was really cool, but we want more of that, more connection. Like the reason you go to this festival is not for the food, it's not for the music, although the food and the music is amazing. You don't go for the lakeside venue, although the lakeside venue is amazing. You don't go for the sunny weather, although it is sunny. You go for the connections. You go for the people. The people are amazing at these festivals. So we want to take advantage of that and get people to know all the other amazing people. And allow them to really connect and say, wow, you do have beautiful eyes, or wow, you do have a beautiful voice when you sing, or a lot of people say, wow, you do have awesome ideas, and your vibe does feel really good to just be around. I don't know what it is about you, but I like you. There's a lot of that going on. It's just, I've met so many people there who like I really, really like. Not intimately. Don't want to sleep with them. Don't even want to kiss them. But I just want to be around them. They just feel so good to be around. I love that about this festival. Some really, really good people. So we want to take advantage of the fact that we have so many good people and have more getting to know you games. And by the way, everything I'm speaking now, this is a combination of notes that I took at the festival and after the festival, just brain dumping everything I think could be better, as well as taking feedback from attendees. So after the festival, we sent out a survey, and attendees replied back with all their feedback, all their suggestions, things that they liked and things they didn't like, and things they want to see better for next year. So this is where I'm getting this information from. We also need better Wi-Fi. Although the thing about the festival is really nice is that the Wi-Fi sucks. So every fruit festival I've ever been to, the Wi-Fi sucks. I don't know what it is about these venues, but the Wi-Fi seems to suck at all these fruit festivals. But it's actually nice because you're now forced to have to connect with people in real life. It is nice to take Instagram stories and Snapchat stories and TikTok videos and things like that and post them. But dude, you're at a festival. Like, just be here now as much as you can. I understand some people got work to do, whatever. But again, you're at a festival. Like, the technology isn't quite there to broadcast super powerful Wi-Fi, nor is it appreciated to be blasting that kind of radiation. But to blast that kind of Wi-Fi for hundreds and hundreds of people to connect at the same time, like, we're just not quite there yet. And some people don't want to ever be there. They don't want that kind of radiation. They love just connecting here. Jordan's asking, is there any babies there? Yeah, a lot of babies there. I wouldn't say a lot of babies, but actually maybe like a dozen babies. We do have babysitters as well to take care of the babies, which is really, really nice. Anything else? There's just a lot of back-end stuff that we could have improved, things that you guys don't need to know about, but things like certain paperwork or certain emails or certain, finances, things like that could all be improved as well. And then as far as food goes, what we could have done better is we had mangoes, but we never actually put them out for eating. We've used them in sauces, so people would have their sauce for dinner. So the mangoes were used for sauces, but people were complaining, saying there were no mangoes, but there were lots of mangoes. We had pure mango sauce. But people just want pure mangoes. So that's good to know. We got to put pure mangoes out. People wanted berries. Never even thought of berries. Blueberries are not really in season at that point, so they have to be frozen berries, which are not as good. I like fresh berries. But berries are kind of out of season at that point, but people are asking for berries. We got to give them berries. Mamey sapote. Like, we don't grow mamey sapote in Canada. Most of the food at the festival is local, but I'm sure we can get a Miami fruit hookup. Get some mamey sapote. Durian. Durian is super, super expensive, but we're going to do our best to get it there for next year. Next year, we're going to have vendors, and some of the vendors are potentially going to be selling durian. So you can buy durian there if you want it. And everyone's going to want it because it's freaking good. Coconut, same thing. Coconuts are very expensive, but we're going to have vendors that are selling it. Papayas. We want papayas next year for sure. Hemp seeds. Well, we can get hemp seeds next year. There's no reason why we can't get hemp seeds. We just didn't even think of that this year. We had almonds, we had walnuts, and we had sesame seeds. And we did have some hemp seeds, actually, but not enough. We had some hemp seeds, now that I think of it. But we didn't have a tremendous amount. It was in one of the sauces. So we need that next year. So we're taking note of all these things that need to be improved, and going to be applying them to the fest next year. It's going to be really, really cool. Because as far as I can tell, like everything we did really, really well, if we can do that again next year, awesome. Everything we sucked at, if we could just improve it or make it 10 times better and apply that to next year, festival is going to be even better. Although it was really cool this year, man. You talk to anyone that went, I'm sure they'll give you a good thumbs up. But again, I'm biased, so don't ask me about how it went. Ask someone who attended. And we get some really cool ideas for next year. I don't want to go into too much detail right now about that. I'm happy to change the topic. But we got a big list of things that we're going to be changing for next year, making better. Just based on me traveling to different fruit fests around the world this summer, took notes on what I liked and what I didn't like, and be applying those as well. So here I am, day 2 of a dry fast, and here you are watching me live on YouTube. What is up, everybody? I'm tempted to, like, tonight or tomorrow morning, probably tomorrow morning, start go back to water fasting for a day. Just drink a ton of water throughout the day. Maybe not a ton, just enough water to not feel thirsty anymore. And then go back to dry fasting the following day. I feel good. I don't feel like I'm stressing my body. I don't feel like this is a challenge. I just feel like it's something I need to do. I've been go all summer. I just want to rest and relax. And dry fasting is forcing me to rest and relax while also being quite productive. Here I am making content on YouTube and posting Instagram content quite a bit, getting a lot of work done on Canada Vegan Fest. So I'm very productive. It's just a different kind of productivity. I can't really go out and do a bunch of errands. I got to kind of stay home and just plug along at my own pace. Jordan's wondering, how much dry fasting have I done? And what's my plan with fasting? I've never done dry fasting for more than a day before. And when I did it for the day, it was very difficult a long time ago, a couple of years ago. So I haven't had much experience with it. I've just talked to a lot of people about it, and everyone recommends it. Now that I'm doing it, I definitely recommend it. It's super easy, man, compared to water fasting. For whatever reason, it's a lot easier than water fasting. Don't do it for too long, though, man. Don't do it for more than a day if you've never done it before, and don't do it if you're not clean already. If you're going to do dry fasting, here's my recommendation. Eat fruit, melons, citrus, berries, grapes. Eat just pure fruit for at least 2 days, all right? Pure fruit, a lot of fruit for 2 days. Fill up on fruit, 2,500 calories of fruit if you want. Load up. And then go into juice feasting for a full week, juice feasting. Things like celery juice, apple juice, pineapple juice, watermelon juice, grape juice, orange juice. Salivating just thinking about juice, man. Wow. Do juice for a week, all right? And then once you've done juice for a week, do water fasting for a couple days. So you're 2 days on just fruit, 5 days on just juice, and 2 days on just water, and then do a dry fast and see how you feel. If you feel good. If you feel like shit, abort. I don't recommend feeling like shit. What is a dry fast? A dry fast is when you don't eat or drink water. Am I going to be at the Veg Fest in Toronto? No. No more traveling. No more traveling, man. I'm done traveling for a while. I have a little event in Nashville, Tennessee in February, end of January of 2020. Other than that, no traveling all year, man. I'm done. I don't even know if I'm going to go to these fruit festivals next summer, man. I'm going to go to Canada Fruit Fest or Canada Vegan Fest, but I don't know if I'm going to be going to Woodstock or UK Fruit Fest. I just don't want to travel. I'm done. It just throws me out of my routine, man. And I love my routine. My routine's my life, and I love my life. And by aborting my routine, I'm like aborting my life. I understand you got to be flexible and stuff, but it's like I can live my life how I want as long as I'm not hurting anybody and I'm enjoying myself. In fact, as long as I'm not hurting anybody and I'm helping people. I think I can help people. I can not hurt people if I stay in my routine. If I get out of my routine, everyone suffers. So I may not be going to any fruit fest next year except Canada Vegan Fest. Jake is saying dry fasting is easier than water fasting because water allows the body to detox toxins out of the body, while dry fasting means less detox symptoms. Apparently dry fasting is a lot more detoxing than water fasting, because water fasting is constantly diluting the toxins, Whereas dry fasting, it's like you're just wringing out the sponge. The sponge is getting drier and drier and drier. And like when you're really sick, think about this. When you're really sick and the body needs to get well, all you do is rest. You don't drink, you're not thirsty, you're not hungry, you just rest. Like when you're really nauseous, you don't want to drink water. You just rest. Dry fasting is what you naturally do when you're really sick. It's the fastest way for the body to heal. And people are saying, if you do 1 day of dry fast, it's equivalent to about 2 or 3 days of water fasting. I don't think it's easier than water fasting because it's less detoxifying. I think it's more detoxifying, but it's easier because you're not putting anything down the system. And your body's not having to deal with anything. Digestive system doesn't have to. No organs need to deal with incoming substance. Elijah is saying that dry fasting gives me spiritual power and is really the highest of the high. Breathwork, meditation, and being in nature makes it enjoyable. Yeah, I should go outside again today. So much nature around me, man. I would love to go chill in nature. You can see the trees behind me, and you can see the trees in front of me. So much nature. But you eat and drink normally at the end of the day? No, I've been doing this for 2 days now. Today, I'm going to be entering my 3rd day today. When I wake up tomorrow, it'll be almost the end of day 3. So I'll probably do a 3-day dry fast because I feel great right now. It feels really easy. And then tomorrow, after the 3rd day, I will probably rehydrate for the day, and then go another couple days, see how I feel. Who knows, man? This fast could extend. I could do like 21 days or something. I could go like to the 21st of September and just fast all the way there and get the skinniest possible TED car ever, and then just build like a madman. Just build starting October. Just start the refeed seriously. Start the strength training seriously and just build. But I could just strip myself down this September. Everything else put on pause and just fast for the month of September. At least the first 3 weeks. So do 21-day fast. Totally strip myself down. That could be what this is. That could be what you're watching right now. I don't know. Just take it day by day. See how I feel. The nice thing about the way I live, the nice thing about making money online, the nice thing about helping people around the world from a laptop is that, like, if you're mentally sane enough to like communicate, you can work from anywhere, anytime. I don't need to go to work. I don't need to be physically active. I can chill and just get work done on the computer. You can't do that if you're working a 9 to 5 at an office job or something, So I'm really fortunate to make money the way I do, to live the way I do. And, I would love to teach the world how to do the same. Anyone interested in learning how to make money online as a vegan, dude, you can do it. I've put together Highway Success for that reason. I'm going to be teaching that in the coming weeks here. Highway Success 3.0. But for now, just take it easy, dry fast. Maybe get some water in tomorrow. See where we go. How long can the human being go without food or drink? It's common for people to do anywhere from 21 to 40 days on just water. And when I say it's common, I mean advocates of water fasting, people who know water fasting really, really well. Anyone who studies water fasting knows that it's very common for experienced water fasters to do anywhere from 21 to 40 days. But people get massive benefits even from just doing a day or 2 days or 3 days on just water. But the body can easily go, if you're clean enough, can easily go 21 days. If you're clean enough and if you're in the right environment, you're in the right headspace, and you have like the right medical history, which is ideally no medical history. 21 to 40 days is very common for people. But I don't recommend pushing it. I don't recommend struggling. I don't recommend setting it as a challenge for yourself. To be very responsible with your actions in life, and I need to be responsible with my recommendations. And I don't recommend anyone do a water fast without supervision. Been raw over a decade now, man. My body's clean as fuck. And I see people eating crap and they do a water fast. I'm like, oh God, disaster. But the cleaner you are, the easier the water fast is going to be. As far as how long can we go without food? Drink. I've heard people doing dry fast up to 14 days. I've never actually met someone doing a dry fast 14 days, but I've heard people do it. But this could just be hearsay, could be stories. I'm sure there's videos on YouTube of people doing it. But even then, I'm not sure if they're believable or not. But it doesn't matter how long you can go. That shouldn't even be like a goal of yours. The goal is just like, how long do you need to go so you can feel like you've accomplished something? And for some people, it could be half a day. For some people, it could be a full 24 hours. I got friends, I got family members who've never gone 24 hours without food. They're eating all the time. So I've done 5-day water fast before. I've done 7-day water fast before. I've never done longer than that. I've never done more than, this is my record right now of dry fasting. I'm setting a personal record right now, the amount of time I've gone dry. It feels good. And that feels good. Byron says, I felt like you were never in the same place for long before. Why the desire to stay put now? It's funny you say that, dude. It's funny you say that. Because I was always traveling around trying to find the best place to live. Right? I was like, fuck Canada, I'm going to go find the best place to live. So I traveled the world. And it's amazing. The more I traveled, the more I kept realizing, wow, Canada is so much better for this. Canada is so much better for that. Canada is so much better for these things. Canada is so much better for that. And the more I traveled, the more I realized that Canada was the place I wanted to be. Canada is legit. Canada is where I feel the cleanest. Canada is where I feel the most productive. Canada is where I feel the wealthiest. Canada is where I feel the most safe. Canada is where I feel at home. Canada is where I feel connected and intelligent. When I go to these other countries, I feel like a foreigner. And I feel like I don't know what's going on. Like, why is that dude standing there? Why is that woman doing that? Why are these people doing this? Why isn't this company doing that? Like, I'm so confused when I go to these different countries because they all have different cultures. It's not how I was raised. So my cultures, my traditions, my standards are like, they're just mine. They're my standards. They're my traditions. They're not right or wrong. They're not better or worse than other countries, but they're mine. And I'm used to them and they feel good. Like, being able to not worry about what's going on behind my shoulder or whatever, like being able to worry about not having to worry about getting robbed, or being able to call up a company, expect them to call me back and actually have them call me back. Like, these are things I take for granted here in Canada. Have things being clean, like that's a Canadian thing, man. Go to these, the more you travel, the more you realize that, dude, Europe, Canada, and America, like, oh my God, we're so far ahead in so many aspects, technologically speaking. Business-wise, like, shit gets done in North America. You travel to fucking Thailand, dude, and you're like, shit doesn't get done here very quickly. Like, stuff takes a while. And it's part of their culture. And that's why people like going there. They like going there to relax and just be cool and not worry about things. So when you have something to worry about in Thailand and you go tell someone, you're like, oh my God, this just happened. The default culture in Thailand is like, oh, just don't worry about it. Just relax. That's why it makes it so great as a vacation spot. You just go there and relax. But when you're trying to get shit done, you're trying to get a taxi, you're trying to get to the airport, and everyone's like, oh, just chill. You're like, going crazy. But it's a great place to go and meditate. It's a great place to go and let go. Great place to get some training in if you're into triathlon. But I just love Canada. And yeah, Fraser Valley V, and man, they know what's up. I'm in BC right now, and it's where I want to be. It's where I want to be, at least for now. foreseeable future. But I say it's funny you say that because I got this place and I'm like, this is like my dream place. It's so sick. I love where I'm at now. 3 stories. Rent is amazing. Location's amazing. I got a freaking greenbelt backyard with trails. I got a front yard lake. Amazing price per month. Like everything is so sick about this place. My bedroom is insane. I love my bedroom. Got a good workout, spot right here. I'm set. Like I love this. I love the road. I love driving here. Like I love everything about this place. And then the freaking, I don't want to go into detail. I don't want to be public about it, but some drama has come up with some people living nearby. And they see the way I live online and they don't like it. They're like, oh, this guy, he's too wild. He's too free. He's too controversial. So they want me out. And like, I don't need to leave. Legally, I signed a 2-year lease. I don't need to leave. I'm cool legally. But I don't want that kind of energy of people not wanting me here. So I'm going to be like, all right, I'm just going to go find a new place to live. Me and my roommate, we're going to go find a new place to live. My roommate and I, we're so chill. If you ever met us at a festival, we're chill. But these people who live near me, they're like, dude, these people are crazy. And they want us out. So we don't want to stay somewhere where we're not welcome. So we messaged the landlords and we're like, yo, we know legally we're good to stay here for the next couple of years. We signed the 2-year lease, but we don't want to stay somewhere where we're not welcome. So we're going to go find a new place. So unfortunately, my dream house, like this is the only house I've ever loved. Like I love everything about it. I love even the way my car is parked outside. Like everything is sick. But these people around us, I'm not going to say who, they don't want us here. And like, I'm not the guy to like put up fights. I'm just the guy to be like, okay, peace. I'll go find somewhere where I'm welcome. So yeah, super unfortunate. I get along with everybody, man. I get along with anyone. I'm super, super chill. But these people, they just don't want to get along. They just don't like me for some reason. They're just like, certain people on the internet, they just don't like me. Whatever. You don't have to like me. I'll keep living my life. But yeah, so now that I find this place, now I got to go move. So been on the hunt for a new place. Went and saw 3 places yesterday. And some of them I like. Some of them I do not like. That's life, bruh. You're not going to like everything. Some people, you don't even know why you don't like them. You just don't like them. Other people, same thing. It's like you like them. You don't know why you like them. You just like them. Certain people have a certain way about them. I like this person. I like this guy. I like this girl. You don't know why. You just like them. It's just instinct. It's just judgment. People say, oh, don't judge. It's like, you're going to judge people. You can't not judge people. You're going to judge everything. You're going to judge the next footstep you take to make sure it's a safe footstep. We're constantly judging. We're judging if that dog is going to bite us or not. We're judging if the apple is delicious or not after we bite it. We're judging if the water is clean to drink. We're judging. Doesn't mean you need to judge negatively. Just means you need to be aware that you're judgmental. All humans are judgmental. But it's good to have a positive filter, optimistic filter on things. So me getting kicked out of here, at first I was like, oh, hell no. Not getting kicked out, but like being asked to leave, At first I was like, oh, hell no, I'm not leaving. And then I'm like, well, as much as I love this place, it's probably for the better. It's happening for a reason. I just don't want to be around that energy, So I will happily leave. Okay, well, 20 people live, man. I don't know why you're here. I don't want to waste your time. So if you want to let me know what you're struggling with right now in the comments, I'd be happy to offer some suggestions, some advice as to what you can do to get out of that situation. I don't know why people come to me with their struggles, but they do. And whenever they do, I feel compelled to help them out if I can, if I know the answer to it. So if it has anything to do with health, wealth, or fitness, health, muscle, and money, let me know and I'll do my best to help you out. Health, muscle, and money. If you have any questions regarding your health, building muscle, or making money, let me know and I'll help you out. Jonathan is saying how to prepare for a juice fast. The way to prepare for a juice fast is to eat nothing but raw fruits and vegetables for at least a couple days. The longer you eat just fruits and vegetables, the easier the juice fast is going to be. So once you've eaten just raw fruits and vegetables for, let's say 3 days, you can do it 2 days, but let's say 3 days. You start on Friday, you just pure fruit. Saturday, pure fruit. Sunday, pure fruit. I'm talking grapes, melons, apples, oranges, bananas, dates. Pure fruit. After 3 days, then you want to go stock up on a bunch of stuff that you're going to juice. Make sure you got a good juicer. Make sure you got a good Breville juicer, an Omega juicer, or a Huron juicer, or whatever juicer. Just find a good 5-star rated juicer. I like the slow juicers. I have an Angel juicer. Those are expensive. Probably, it's like a Rolls Royce. Probably don't need one of those. But once you get a good juicer, then you got to go stock up on things like celery, kale, lettuce, lemons, apples, anything juicy. Stock up on that. And then juice. That's how you prepare. As for how to stay inspired and how to stay on track, you got to watch the YouTubes, man. You got to watch the YouTubes as you're juicing, as you're drinking. You got to fill this brain of yours with inspirational content, with content relevant to what your goals are. That's how to succeed on this social media era that we're living in. Dude, so many of our thoughts are fragmented because we're scrolling and then we're clicking and we're going next. What's this? What about this? What about this? We're scrolling. And because our thoughts are so fragmented, our feelings are fragmented. And when you have fragmented feelings, you're going to have fragmented actions. And when you get fragmented actions, you're going to have fragmented results. When you have fragmented results, you're going to feel like a piece of crap. So it's important to either get off social media completely, or when you are on social media, don't be listening to one thing, scrolling through something, typing an email at the same time. Like, just watch a YouTube video. What you're doing right now with me, we're having a conversation. This is good stuff. Maybe you're distracted and you're on Instagram at the same time. Maybe you're tying your shoe, about to go for a run, or maybe you're cleaning the house or whatever as I'm talking here. But you got to just stay focused on your goals. You got to put stuff in your head that's helping you with your goals. There's so much random information out there on the internet. You could come across a video. It's like, top 10 political mistakes ever made, or top 10 scariest roller coasters, or funniest home videos. Those are not going to help you accomplish your goal. So you might say, I don't know what my goal is. Then write it the fuck down. If you don't know what your goal is and you haven't written it down, you are insane. Because the most successful people in the world, they write their goals down. It's that simple. If you don't write your goals down, you're not going to be part of that top 3%. If you want to be successful, write your goals down. If you want to be successful, write your goals down. If you want to be successful, write your goals down. Once you know what your goals are and you're crystal clear on them, it's actually a lot easier than you think to accomplish them. All you got to do is find out people who've already accomplished them and learn from those people. So here's your goal. Here's a person who's accomplished that goal already. Study this person. Buy this person's programs. Get coaching from this person. Look at what this person's done. Take notes when you watch the videos. Here's your goal. Here's that person. Here's where you want to be. You're here. Fucking get there by connecting with this person. What you're doing right now. It's like, if I have accomplished a goal that you want to accomplish, ask me how to do it, and I will happily tell you. I do not hide anything. I tell you everything. I'll tell you how to go raw. I'll tell you how to stay raw. I'll tell you how to be happy. I'll tell you how to overcome depression. I'll tell you how to clear your skin from acne. I'll tell you how to make money online. I'll tell you how to build muscle as a raw vegan. I'll tell you the best vegan foods to eat if you are going to eat vegan. Because raw vegan is not for everyone. That's a conversation I want to have as well. People, they try raw and they're like, I can't be 100% raw. Fuck it, I'm just going to eat cooked again. It's like, you don't need to be 100% raw to get the benefits of raw foods. You just have a raw meal, you're getting the benefits of raw food. So prioritize just having a raw meal. You don't need to be 100% raw 100% of the time either. If you want to have a 100% raw day, do that. Get the benefits of that. Then go back to eating cooked food, clean cooked food. But just know that, if you want to heal and you want to detox, you want to regenerate, it's going to happen on raw foods. If you want to build, you can do it on raw foods. It's going to be a lot harder. If you want to build, cooked foods are going to be much, much easier way to build up, like muscular-wise. But raw is going to help you cleanse, detox, purify. It's going to help you have the most amount of energy, mentally, physically. But like veganism is where the party's at. You come to veganism. Once you're in the vegan house party, you can go to different rooms. One of the rooms is like fasting. One of the rooms is raw vegan. One of the rooms is high fat vegan. One of the rooms is like high fat raw vegan. One of the rooms is like keto vegan. Doesn't matter what room you're in. One of the rooms is just like clean cooked vegan. It doesn't matter what room you're in. As long as you're in the vegan house party, you're in the good place. You're in the right neighborhood. But don't think like if you go in the raw room, you have to stay in the raw room. If you go in the high fat room, you have to stay in the high fat room. If you enter the keto vegan room, you got to stay in that keto room. It's not like you have to make like the choice and stick with that for the rest of your life. Just make a choice and figure out how it helps you out, how it benefits you if it does at all. And then just know that it's always there for you. Like you can always go keto. You can always go fully raw. You can always go fruitarian. You can always do a juice cleanse. It's always there for you. Just as long as you stay vegan, you're not hurting any animals, you're not hurting anyone, you're going to be very, very, very well off. Arizona Online. Have you found dairy in Canada that's not frozen? Yeah, but the best stuff I've ever had is frozen. I thought out. So I buy it frozen, I thought out. And I always get good stuff because I pick it right in the store. I don't go home with the durian and hope it's good. That's the biggest newbie mistake. You make sure the durian's good in the store. You're like, how do you do that? You just, if it's thawed, you crack it open and you eat some in the store. And if it's not good, you go up to the teller and you say, hey, this fruit is not good, garbage. I don't want it. But you keep testing around until you find the good one. Then you go up and you say, hey, I want this one. And you buy that one. So that's one way to buy good durian. The other way is if it is frozen, like not thawed in the store. Some stores you go and it's thawed, you can test it. Other stores you go and it's actually hard, rock hard, you can't actually open it. But it's always good if it's like cracked open already. If it's self-cracked while frozen, that way you know it's good because that means it's ripe. Hey Ted, when you break your dry fast, are you making a live? Maybe. We'll see. And it's not too big of a deal for me to break the fast or to break the dry fast. Have a refeed today after 3 days dry. Had a refeed today after 3 days dry. I had one meal and now started 3 more days dry. Oh, Patrick, that's really cool, bro. That's really cool. I'm thinking about doing that tomorrow, except instead of having a meal, I'm going to have water. So tomorrow I'll wake up, I'll go to noon, I'll be day 3, and then I'm going to drink a bunch of water, or maybe not a lot of water, maybe just enough water, and then go back to dry. Because like I'm at a time in my life where I'm very fortunate. I can make money online. I don't need to go to a job. I can just chill at home and fast. And I'm at a period in the year, September, it's a great time to just break down and get ready to rebuild for October and onwards. So I'm like, hey, it's early September now. I could just do a long fast, get really, really skinny, and then just build the rest of the year, man. Build my ideal dream body like I was building last year. This is the thing. I'm like, big reason I'm doing this fast now is because I already feel like I'm at rock bottom as far as my physique is going to go. Like I was at such a high in like July of how good my muscles were looking and everything. I was super consistent for months and months leading up to that. And then I started traveling and I went to the UK and did the Canada Vegan Fest and I did the Woodstock Fruit Fest and I just lost my gains because I wasn't sleeping enough. I wasn't working out. I wasn't eating enough. I just lost the gains in a full month of not training. And so now that I've lost the gains, I'm like, well, fuck, I'm already like skin and bone basically anyway. Might as well just, make me even skinnier and not eat and just heal and cleanse and detox and regenerate. Like I've always wanted to do it. I've always wanted to do a long fast. So this could be the time to do it. this could be the time to do it. So again, if you're struggling with anything that has to do with health, has to do with muscles, or has to do with money, let me know right here and I'll be happy to help. Health, muscle, and money. Those are really my only 3 specialties in life. Pretty much suck at everything else. Although I'm trying to do better in other areas. I love the topic of relationships. That's really beautiful to me. I love talking relationships. I love talking like psychology in general. Some topics I'm not like super fond of is like physics. To me is super dope, but I just feel smart listening to that. I can't really partake in a physics conversation. But I love listening to physicians talk about physics. Are they called physicians? Physicists, not physicians. Physicists. Especially quantum physics. That stuff's dope. But I don't know anything about it. I just love listening. But nutrition, health, diet, fitness, finances, money. I love these topics. I can talk about these all day. Still love learning too. Always open to learn. As much as I think I know about health, muscle, and money, I'm always open to learning more. What I love to know, what I love to teach is fundamentals, things that just don't change, things that are just guaranteed. You know, like with diet, for example. If you eat high vibrational food, you will experience a high vibrational mood. That's one for sure thing. High vibrational food, high vibrational mood. Shitty food, shitty mood. And at the same time, when it comes to feeling good, diet is just one spoke of the wheel. You need to have all your needs met, at least to some degree. You need to have enough sleep. You need to have good relationships. You need to have good fitness. You need to have, clarity on your goals, what you're doing with your life if you want to feel good. You can't just eat watermelon all day and expect to feel fantastic. Although you could. You could feel fantastic on watermelon, but if all your other needs are not met, you're still going to feel like crap. So go ahead, eat watermelon all day, eat peaches all day, but just make sure you're clear on your goals. Write them down. Make sure you have some good fitness in your life. Make sure you got enough rest. Make sure your relationships are awesome. Make sure you're doing what you love for a living. So that's just a fundamental truth, man. I got lots of experience with that. And when it comes to fitness, it's like you got to prioritize recovery first, man. If you're not recovered, meaning if you're underslept, or if you're underfueled, your fitness is going to suck no matter what you do, no matter what training program you're on. All right, so you got to prioritize recovery first before you get fitness. Like if you're injured, how are you going to train? You can't. You got to recover. You need to recover from that injury. So recovery actually comes first. Everyone talks about what kind of program you got, what sort of weights are you lifting, but it's like, dude, you got to recover first. That's just a fundamental. Next thing I love about fitness is if you're consistent and you're tracking your workouts, and you're going to see progress. What gets measured gets improved. That's just a fundamental right there too, man. If you're measuring your pull-ups, you're measuring your push-ups, your bench press, your squats, if you keep measuring them and keep trying to improve them, you're going to improve them. Whether it's with high rep training or low rep training, whatever, you see what works for you. But you'll improve on whatever you measure. And then with money, the last of the 3, health, muscle, and money. With money, man, there's so much goodness in money. That's it right there. It's like money is awesome. That's a belief I didn't used to have. I used to believe money sucked. I didn't have any of it. And once I started believing money's awesome, started making money, started having money, I'm like, wow, money's awesome. You can buy shit with money. You can help people with money. You can have freedom with money. I can do a water fast now with money. I can do a dry fast because I have money. Everything in the world costs money. We live on a financial planet. That's a fundamental right there. We live on a financial planet. Whether you like to believe it or not, we live on a financial planet. Things cost money. And if you had lots of money, you wouldn't be complaining. The only people that complain about money are the ones who don't have it. And the way to get it is to offer value, be of service. There's so many great ways of being of service nowadays, especially with the internet. Dude, you can help people with veganism. You can help people with raw veganism. You can help people with their health, their fitness. You can help people with their money and make money. Like, there's so many ways of making money, but you need to be of value. You need to offer your services and just help people out. So those are some of the fundamentals right there of the health, muscle, and money. A couple questions come in here. One that says, Ted, when you're intermittent fasting, how do you decide when to eat during the day? What's the criteria? Like, why in the afternoon? Why not night before bed? Because if you eat at night before bed, you're going to be up all night pissing. Plus, how are you going to get a proper rest when your body's busy digesting? The best time to eat is between 12 and 4 p.m. because that way you get the whole morning to be productive. You're not hungry before noon. Come on. You get the whole morning to be productive. And then at noon, you eat. That's when everyone goes out to eat anyway at lunchtime. So you join them for lunch. Be social. And then after lunch, you eat all you freaking want up until about 4 p.m. And at 4 p.m., you're full. You've eaten all your calories. You can definitely eat enough for those 4-hour period. If you want to go to 6, go to 6. Go out for dinner with people from 5 to 6, whatever. 6-hour window, 4-hour window. Shorter your window, the better, for sure, but I'll have the 4-hour window. After 4 to 6 hours of eating, you're full. You're good. You don't need to eat again until 12 the next day. And also, if you stop eating at 4, then by the time you go to bed, like around 10, your bladder is empty. You're not going to get up and piss in the middle of the night. It's just a win-win for everybody. Can you please talk on food combining when eating so one's digestion doesn't get messed up? Yeah, man. To do proper food combining, you got to focus on the juicy foods first and then the dense foods. Pretty much it. 2 rules. Number 1, juicy foods first, denser foods after. The second rule, don't mix fat with sugar. Meaning you're thinking like, oh, dates and avocados, those are really dense. Those maybe go together. Incorrect. Dates are sugar, avocados are fat. Don't mix fat and sugar. That's it, man. All right, I got to go. I'm getting really thirsty all this talking. I may just break the fast today, the dry fast today. I mean, it is noon right now, so I'm on my 3rd day. Haven't done 3 days yet, but I'm on my 3rd day. So I've officially done 2 days dry. But I'm talking a lot. I'm making a lot of content on Instagram and YouTube and phone calls, and I got a webinar tonight. So I'm talking a lot, and it's making me thirsty. So I'm going to go. If you want to come, by the way, to the Canada Vegan Festival 2020, click that link right there in the comments, and you can sign up for the wait list to get on the early bird wait list train. That's how you do it. If you liked what I talked about and you want more information about it, see you at the Canada Vegan Fest. All right. Peace out. Much love. Adios, mis amigos. Ciao.